What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. We are your hosts, the Distorted Theorists, and for the first time ever on Marvel Mondays, because we are now entering the phase 4 of our categories, TV. Wandavision, the very first Marvel television series trailer, is about to be watched by us.
Wow. The first Marvel television. We already had the Netflix series.
Yeah, we didn't do those in Marvel Mondays. No. We'll throw it in back later. But before we do, as always, if you want to support our channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Peter, WandaVision. Wanda, the Scarlet Witch of all characters to do the first Marvel television show. Why do you think it was chosen, and why do you think, in my opinion, it succeeded so well?
Because it was the best one, and it set us up for high expectations for all the other ones that came after.
Loki wasn't that bad.
Loki started rough.
Next week's Marvel Monday is where it got rough, but this one, Wanda, why Wanda? Like why? Like we heard of WandaVision.
We know why. Now, at the time, we didn't know why. I was like, oh, we're just gonna do it. She's gonna be. It's WandaVision. It's the Scarlet Witch is losing her mind after losing the Vision, which is still going to be part of a storyline, which was from the comics, which isn't the exact same one. I think it's part of House of M.
Yeah.
And it's a whole kind of. She's got her babies in this one. She's pregnant, and it was such a novel way of doing the episodes. Because was it 6 episodes or was it 8?
It was 7 or 8, I think.
And each episode leading up to before everything started to
crack, which was so cool,
was a different timeline in classic television. Like we had the I Love Lucy, we had the That 70s Show, or not the 70s Show, Modern Family. We had Three's Company. We had.
But I also like that. At the time when this was shown, in our heads, we were already calling her Scarlet Witch ever since she basically debuted. But in this show, by the end, we learned who the Scarlet Witch was through the Darkhold, and we actually seen her become the Scarlet Witch, which we didn't realize that she could take that one step more, but this show really brought us into that. And you know what? There's only one way to relive that and see it, and that is to get into our very own Marvel Monday reaction, review, and breakdown of WandaVision right now.
This blew me away.
I don't know who came up with that though. Like who came up with this Marvel?
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a fine pair?
This is our home.
We also
now.
didn't know Vision was back alive at this point.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas.
And we were seeing Paul
Where did
Bettany,
you two move from?
Agatha,
How long have you
all
been married,
along.
and why don't you have children yet?
Our story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from.
Moved from where? Married when?
She's so good.
Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop
Even though
it!
he was choking.
This is really happening.
And then we see the comment accurate, like everybody was losing their minds.
Am I dead?
No.
Dressed as a witch.
Why would you think that?
Because you are.
And we didn't know.
Oh, that's right.
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was
Hex.
ever in question.
And that was it too, because that was the Disney Plus thing with the Mandalorian and WandaVision.
Yes.
And that was just so expensive.
Well, listen, I'll tell you how much this grabbed, because this was new to Marvel fans. We were coming off Endgame. We had Far From Home. People were in, I think we can fair to say, it was but it was also superhero fatigue, for sure. I think, anyway. But then I remember WandaVision come out, and I had people at my work that loosely followed the Marvel movies who wanted to, weekly, we were having little meetups at the water cooler talking about the show, so much that we even got together and ordered food and put this on the prompter into work, up on the flat screen, so that we could all watch it together, because we didn't want to spoil it or miss it with each other. So what do you think that this show ultimately did capture fans that way?
Because it
for
was,
Wanda, of all people.
I think it was because it was going to be a longer version of one story.
Okay.
So instead of a 2 or 3 hour movie where like things are being crammed, you got a big action, like you can have a slow burn.
Right. So you think that's what worked?
I think it did for certain stories, and it did for this one because each episode was different. The theme was similar throughout. It's like, what is it to be normal? How can we get back?
Dealing with grief still, which was a play off Far From Home from our last week's Marvel Monday.
Because it's like, is it Westburg? Westview.
Yeah.
Right. So, and we had other characters that were trying to infiltrate all through the different parts, like with the girl that ultimately ended up becoming, is it Proton?
Yeah.
Yeah. And who would then focus in the Marvels.
Yeah. Well, I think, again, kind of playing off what you just said, we didn't know what, this trailer even now looking back is like, we had no idea what we were getting into. Why is there so many? Why is it black and white? Why is it sepia? Why is it this, that? First episode, remember? Old time television.
I Love Lucy.
It kept moving up. So the first 4 episodes till they got up to the Halloween episode, which Evan Peters showed up and had everybody talking.
And I think that was the... Yeah, so what would they have done? They would have done I Love Lucy, I Dream of Jeannie, Three's Company, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
And then it was Modern Family. And then it was just then the cracks started coming, which you didn't see.
No. Yeah, but again, then the last 3 episodes kind of kept us in the modern day and had to see all the inner workings. Oh my God, this world was created by Wanda. And that really put on the scope of how powerful she was as a character, because even someone like me, who didn't read the comics of Scarlet Witch, I've heard you guys talk about she's one of the most powerful, mutants, whatever.
Level,
so I was like, okay, let me see that. Let me see what, because she didn't rip Thanos in half with her powers or anything, so I was a bit skeptical. But this really showed you what she could do, controlling all these people at once, putting the hex up and running her own life. Like, how do you even do that?
And then we saw Catherine Hahn as Agatha, which was the big reveal in I think the penultimate episode. They're like, oh wait, this was also kind of being controlled by her in a manner of speaking.
Yeah.
And it was such a curveball. It was a curveball to me because I'm not that deep into the Scarlet Witch lore, so it was just like, oh.
Yeah. Well, it made us think that Catherine Hahn's character, Agatha, was controlling Wanda, which she kind of was, till the point when Wanda was like,
wait a minute.
And Agatha was like, wait, I didn't
do that.
And she was like, nah. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the reveal of the suit was so crisp. It was just like, we thought she died. Remember, she siphoned. Then she's like,
and she was the Scarlet Witch.
And I don't think they ever recaptured a reveal like that either. That was balling at the end.
But when they had her, when she was, essentially Psycho in Multiverse of Madness, which again, that's another one I have to go back and watch.
Yeah.
I really haven't watched a lot of...
And it'll come with Marvel Monday.
I know, but I think the only one that I've watched more than anything else has been Shang-Chi, just because it's been on the most. But in terms of Multiverse of Madness and all of these some of the big bangers that were out, like the Eternals, yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Listen, I can't speak. I love the Eternals, so...
You and 4 other people did.
But I also love Iron Fist. So... Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today for our Marvel Monday throwback to WandaVision, the very first trailer of the very first Marvel television show. My God, Peter, we've been on this ride for years. As always, if you want to support the channel, we do appreciate if you would just take 1 second to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let us know in the comments below. Well, did you enjoy WandaVision when it first came out? Are you appreciative of WandaVision for the grander scheme, like I said, when it came to the Multiverse of Madness, and who knows where else we're going in the future? And speaking of that, do you want to see Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, return, maybe in Avengers Doomsday, or Secret Wars?
Yes.
And with that, I am the real Jussy.
I'm Peter Parkour. Like we always say around here, keep it real.